Hi everyone, Dante Ventura here, and the career that I have chosen is acting. Now, acting is a certain type of art form where the actor or actress portrays a certain character through emotion, movement, interpretation, anything that deals with bringing a certain character's story to life. Now, the job responsibilities of an actor include learning lines, songs, and dances, researching the play and the character, attending all scheduled rehearsals, attending costume fittings for any certain character that you may be portraying, whether it be background or main lead, taking direction from both director and choreographers, working with other fellow performers around you, attending both technical and dress rehearsals. Now, those two rehearsals are the rehearsals before the main opening night of the show. And they have to perform the show to the audience, use props and costumes during the show, and perform other duties such as stage management, costume designer, light direction, anything out of their acting occupation. Now, the reason I chose acting as a career is because all my life I've been a performer. I've been singing, dancing, acting, all three. But with acting, I am able to really get creative with the characters I play and bring in a certain type of meaning within those roles. And not only that, it gives me a certain purpose to really speak up about a certain issue that many don't usually talk about. And so, whenever it comes to a certain play that deals with those serious themes, the character that is dealing with those kind of issues related to that theme is able to really speak up and really express how he or she feels. And so, as an actor, I feel like that is one of the main reasons why I do the acting to really try my best to make a difference. Now, there are two types of degrees: a bachelor's degree and an associate's degree, both for theater. Now, both degrees are flexible for aspiring actors and directors, which include training in directing, stage management, production, dramaturgy, design technology, playwriting, and acting. Now, for an associate's degree, it will take like around 60 to 70 credits, about 2 years. Now, for a bachelor's degree, it would take up to 120 credits in total, which if you're trying to reach to that many credits, you would have to go to a 4-year university in order to get those credits for that certain degree. Now, if you're wondering if you need a license for theater acting, that's a big no. All you need is just a resume listing the training that you have been given, as well as some experience from the past productions that you have participated in, as well as professional headshots taken by a professional photographer. Now, if you really want to get yourself into the door, and if you want to start early, my best bet for an organization would have to be Actors Equity Association. Ever since its foundation in 1913, this labor union has represented more over than 51,000 professional actors and stage managers. The benefits they provide are minimum salaries, including overtime, pay for additional duties, housing, and per diem while touring, health insurance and a pension plan, contract negotiating and administration, work rules, vacation and sick pay, bonding to guarantee salaries and benefits, job access, dispute resolutions, and a just cause in case there is a penalty for improper dismissal. Now, the typical workday for an actor is different from a day within an office. Actors are required to wear loose clothing so they could be able to do choreography, certain different scene transitions, move any sets. Basically, it's best to wear loose clothing than clothing that you get all scrunched up in. And the soft skills that are required for the actors are teamwork, adaptability, time management, as well as the ability to work together, employing interdependence on one another. Now, as far as social media, the actors are allowed to post on social media just as long as there isn't any explicit imagery. And the behavior in the rehearsal room is the same as when you're in a classroom, always giving your undivided attention to the director or choreographer giving you specific instructions. As far as internships are concerned, they all depend on location as well as who is providing them. For example, the Alley Theater in Houston is having a professional internship program for anyone who'll be wanting to take that opportunity. There's a casting breakdown internship in LA and a college intern theater acting internship in Boca Raton, Florida. Case in point, whatever internships they're offering, be sure to keep an eye out. And once they're announced, take the opportunity to apply for them. Because you may never know if that is going to be your lucky key to open that door of opportunity. Now, if I were to decide between Houston and New York, the difference would be much more greater, because the total difference between both Houston and New York, as was the overall index, is 76.5% more. The same goes for food, groceries, housing, the cost of living, the utilities, transportation, health, and other certain sources that I might need. So it would be a bit more expensive to live in New York than it would be to live in Houston. And I would have to consider certain choices in how I should live. The general entry-level pay for actors within the US in total is a total of $36,897. An experienced actor makes about $40,668 per year. So I would have to start off from square one if I were to do it anywhere else besides Texas. But if I were to do it in Houston, the entry pay for me would have to be $38,006 per year. So later on, when I'm able to save all that money, I could be able to afford my own house, my own utilities, my own set of transportation, anything. Just as long as I don't try to really spend as much. Because overspending could leave me to being dead broke. So I want to keep in mind to save the earnings I get from my acting career in order to survive. Acting has been a growing field for over 100 years, and over time, the acting industry has become more diverse and inclusive with the characters that they are creating today, whether it be dealing with issues with LGBTQ matters or racial matters. There's always going to be a certain character that's going to represent those kind of issues and those kind of solutions. So, as an actor who is gay and who is a person of color, I'd be able to find a career within the acting field after I graduate. And the way that I would be able to launch my career is that I would have to get myself an agent. Now, Actors Equity is one of the many organizations that can provide an agent. So, my advice to many other aspiring actors is to get yourself an agent that can help you navigate through the acting world and help you provide certain auditions that could lead you to your first starring role. If I were asked to choose which company that I would work for, it would have to be Theater Under the Stars in downtown Houston. Now, from experience, I have been a part of their private academy called the Humphrey Schools of Musical Theater. And in that academy, I've been trained music, choreography, and in acting. And those lessons that I've learned over there have given me a chance to really explore my creativity a bit more within my high school career. Now, here's a bit of the rundown about the company. Theater Under the Stars has been producing elaborate shows for the local community of Houston for more than over 50 years. And from experience, they really know how to put on a good show. Now, the way to apply over there is really quite simple. All you have to do is go to their careers tab, and once you click on that, it'll lead you to their careers page, and then you'll click a button that has current openings, and then it'll lead you to the website of which positions are open. Once you find which position you're looking for, you can click on it and you can apply from there. And once all the applying is done, then you'll have the chance to really interview in person. I'd like to thank you all for watching this career project video on my career choice of acting. Thank you and have a good morning.